Hello, this is Yixiang Xie presenting the final project, the second iteration of LogMyPet. For this project, we would need to iterate over the previous full stack application, incorporating concepts of design, accessibility, and usability. Previously, we built a platform that allows users to create profiles for their pets and to log several behaviors for their pets, such as drinking water, eating food, or defecating. And for the technologies, we use React, Node, Express, and Mongo. What we are really proud of is that we've done our first usability test with some target users to see how well we did, and we made a website with accessibility taken into consideration. The hardest part was to find people meeting the criteria because we need someone who keeps a pet and are willing to be recorded and use English to communicate with people. And another thing that we find pretty hard was to use session in Vercel. So we never figured out how to do that, so we migrated our website to Heroku. For the following links, we have the design document, design mockup, and usability test report. And now I'm trying to walk you through what's changed in our login LogMyPet website. So for the first time, we finally integrated the login into our system, so we can now use the system with user profile activated. And we changed the carousel here to reflect that it's actually displaying only the top three newly added pets. So for the previously added pets, you can actually see them right here, down here. This list of pets is sorted from the time they are added, newest to latest. And whenever you add a pet, the newly added pet would appear up here. We also change the size of this items a little bit so people now would easily notice that it's actually a list. You can scroll down here, a little bit more than 3 items here. And we also reflected the X result telling us to increase the contrast ratio here. And when you try to edit paths, we added a little bit more explaining what each of these fields are. For example, for species, you can know it's a cat and dog. For breed, you're gonna know it's a golden retriever or a husky. And we also changed the birthday here so that it's easier to work with. And for the personality, we added this prompt here indicating that it's optional. So if you don't want to add personality here, you just can leave it blank. We also changed the the record session here. So for each of the records, you know which pet is it, and the design is changed. So it actually is more consistent with the pet section here, and it also allows people to click on a full item, so you don't have to click on the kebab menu icon here previously. And when you click into it, we changed the button here so that it actually is more consistent with all of our other buttons. And we also changed the design of pad details here to make it more consistent with the records detail. And for editing pads, we want you to be able to know that this button actually indicates to save them. And that would make it easier for people to understand what is actually doing for the button. And we have the user name displayed here, and when you click logout, you would actually log out of our system. And we used this color palette for the two of this color. These are generated from our mood board, and this would be a more transparent version of this color, and this would be a more transparent version of this color, and this would be our gray as a neutral color. These are the resources that we used. The website is hosted in Heroku, and the database is in MongoDB. We use poppings from Google Fonts as our typography, and that's it.